bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, Ray Hill, Betsy Smith, Ramona Reed, Carter Myers, and Denny Tosh, I would like to welcome you to the 2020 Oxford High School Commencement Exercises. Thank you for joining us to honor the academic accomplishments of the class of 2020. This has certainly been a unique year for these students and their families. We have all experienced something in the last 9 weeks that none of us thought was possible. These students who are represented here tonight have done what we all must do during and after a crisis. These graduates have taken the opportunity, maybe without knowing, to reframe, reset, and conquer a new reality. This opportunity revealed to them and to us their character, their resilience, their determination, and their potential for the future. Graduates, you will go on to do great things in this global society, and the Oxford community is proud of you. Thank you for joining us tonight to honor this group of graduates and their accomplishments.
Good evening and welcome to the online graduation ceremony for the class of 2020. Well, this is not the way that any of us wanted our high school careers to end. The day is here that we've all worked for the past 12 years. Over the past 2 months, I've thought back on all the memories I've made at Oxford High School. And yes, we did not have a homecoming dance this year, or senior superlatives, or a senior prom, or a senior field day, or a senior parade, or get to finish spring sports, or get to have a normal graduation. But we did get to start our last year of high school with all of our classmates at the first senior breakfast ever held on campus. We did get to paint our chests. We did get to listen to the choir sing in the commons during class. We did get to listen to the band play Neck and our fight song one last time and hear about the numerous superior ratings by band and choir. We did get to win state in football, tennis, track, cross country, girls and boys soccer, golf, and cheer over the last 4 years. We did get right field open, and the only thing that could get us out was a pandemic. It is important for us to remember the good times and not let these past 2 months be what defines our class. Our class is full of scholars, athletes, artists, but most importantly, difference makers. With JJ scoring touchdowns at Auburn, Kylan hitting threes at Jacksonville, Julia making videos, Bach studying at Harvard, 6 National Merit finalists, and 6 star students, the class of 2020 will do amazing things wherever we go. We have always known that we were going places, even if we did not know where those places may be. For example, the 3 other students giving speeches are attending Dartmouth College, Yale University, and the United States Naval Academy. No matter what our plans are for next year, we're always going to be members of the class of 2020. I want to thank all the family members, faculty, and support staff that have helped us get to where we are today. None of us will be here without the support given to us by our loved ones and the ones that care about us. I'm honored to be included in such a group, and I'll forever be grateful for the class of 2020. Again, welcome to the first ever Oxford High School virtual graduation, and go Chargers.
Good evening. Welcome to Oxford High School's digital graduation, hopefully the only graduation we ever have to have online. First thing I'd like to do is thank the administrators, teachers, and just the whole staff of Oxford High School for everything they've done for the class of 2020 over our last 4 years. It takes a village to raise a child, and it really takes everyone here at the high school to get us through to high school and be where we are today. The teachers had to put up with a lot of stuff from us over the last 4 years, and I think they did a great job, and we're all standing here today, so that's a testament to that. I'd like to thank the administrators, Mr. Hamilton and really everyone else for putting this graduation together. With all this uncertainty in the world going on right now, it could have been very easy to just scrap graduation as a whole, but they worked overtime to make sure that we had some sort of ceremony to celebrate our accomplishments. So I want to say thank you to them. You know, my dad always told me to do things while you can, because you never know when that opportunity might be taken away. And for the class of 2020, our last 9 weeks of high school were really, in effect, just ripped out from under us. And I think it's a good life lesson that you don't ever want to wait to chase your dreams while you can. And you go for stuff that you want to go for, because you never know when you're going to run out of the opportunity. You know, none of us are really going to ever be able to say we're in high school again. And we never thought walking out of the door that we were going to be done. So just live every day like it's your last. And you know, the class of 2020 is a special class. We have state champions, national champions, and we're so diverse, you know, from athletes who play baseball and soccer to theater to debate and quiz bowl and all these different things. Everyone has their thing that they're good at, and you know, everyone's unique in their own way. And you know, I know we're going to go and do great things after this, and I know I'm nervous about life after high school, and I'm sure everyone else is too. It's kind of the first big step after high school for the rest of our lives, and we don't really know how things are going to turn out yet, but it's really going to be like us coming into high school again. I think we were all nervous coming into a big school with kids 4 and 5 years older than us, and you know, we didn't know where our classes were, but we took it day by day, and we ended up here. So I think it's a testament that we're going to do great things in life, and the next chapter in our life kind of started out in a way that we didn't expect it to, but we're going to be great in that regard. So I know the class of 2020, this isn't exactly what we wanted as our graduation, but it's the best we could do at the time. And I know one day we're going to have the celebration that we deserve for this great accomplishment. So it's kind of crazy to say that now we're high school graduates. So to the class of 2020, we did it finally, and God bless.
Good afternoon to family members, teachers, administrators, my fellow members of the class of 2020, and anybody watching at home. I hope everyone's staying safe and well during these strange, unprecedented times. It's May 4th. Our in-person graduation was supposed to happen in 2 weeks. This wasn't how our year was supposed to end, and I'm sorry to all my fellow seniors for not getting to experience the best part of high school, leaving and never having to come back. Jokes aside, congratulations, you've made it. Today is a day of celebration of your incredible accomplishments and all that you've been through the past 4 years. From Chris Shove's artistic talent to our overall academic excellence, to incredible athletes like JJ, Walt, Kylan, and Hayden, and to football finally winning state this year. There's so much for us to remember and be proud of. But let's bring it back to our freshman year. When we first walked through Oxford High School's double doors, we were starry-eyed and naive. We were at the bottom of the OHS food chain, and many of us were lost, scared, and nervous of the times to come. As we slowly settled in, we were introduced to more challenging classes and tougher teachers and coaches. More was asked of us, but we collectively rose up to the challenge. We learned to study smarter, work harder, and to dedicate ourselves to the people and activities that mean the most to us. Furthermore, we've also become accustomed to more assignments and deadlines, and we've mastered the arts of procrastination and waiting until the absolute last moment to turn something in. This quarantine especially, we've all struggled to find motivation to work and indulged in our fair share of procrastination. Lord knows I should have started writing this speech earlier. With that being said, and in light of recent events, I think the biggest lesson we can take out of our high school experience is not to take our time for granted. I still remember a conversation I had on the Friday before spring break about how happy I was, how relieved I was that the third quarter was finally over. It didn't really hit me until much, much later on that those would be my last moments in OHS as a student. With all the bad and slightly annoying that comes with being a high school student, I've realized that there's actually so much more that I'm going to miss. And with this, I also hope y'all are enjoying this unexpected free time we're getting. These are our last moments as high schoolers, and once you hand in your cap and gown and get your diploma, you'll officially close this chapter. Finally, I'd like to take a moment on behalf of myself and my fellow graduates to thank the people that have brought us here. Mom, Dad, thank you for always being my biggest supporters, even when you don't really agree with any of my decisions. To Oxford High School's wonderful teachers, thank you for going above and beyond in your roles as both mentors and friends to us students. To Coach Nash and the OHS tennis team, thank you all for teaching me that there's so much more to tennis than just the game. To every STEM club that I've ever been a part of, thank you for fostering my interest in math and science and shaping my future academic pursuits. And of course, to all of my fellow graduates, thank you for being a part of this wonderful journey. Y'all make this place bearable. As a final thought going forward, people oftentimes look towards our generation for solutions to the world's biggest problems. And many crazy, exciting things will happen in our lifetimes. Whether it's putting humans on Mars, fighting climate change, or creating amazing medical breakthroughs, such as a coronavirus vaccine, the future may look bleak right now, but I promise that if we continue to do things that give us fulfillment and keep our faith in the right places, we'll get through this just fine as a community. Things will work out in the end. Thank you and peace out, class of 2020.
I'd like to begin by expressing my gratitude to our coaches and teachers who push us and inspire us, to my friends who have always supported and challenged me in the best ways, to Eddie, Sophie, Karina, Edmund, and all of my other brilliant friends at OHS, I look up to you. And most importantly, to my parents, you've taught me passion, empathy, and love. In the 3 years I've spent dreaming about this moment, I never imagined it'd be anything like this. If there's one thing this pandemic has taught me, it's to cherish every moment. Over the last 4 years, there were points when I thought more about moving on from Oxford High than enjoying it in the present. But now, even though high school can be weird, dramatic, and hard at times, I've realized how much everything about my experience here, the good and the bad, has shaped me, shaped us. It's hard not to dwell on how I would have actually taken in or appreciated those few days before spring break if I had known they were my last at OHS. But this class is no stranger to obstacles. The class of 2020 has taught me about what it means to overcome. It was only the first Monday of our freshman year when we met in the field next to the gym and the saying Oxford Strong came about in tribute to a tragedy that impacted one of our own. As individuals and as a class, we've had to overcome many obstacles, some big and some small, just to make it to this moment. However, it's the bad times that make us the people and the class we are, and the good. It's times like this that teach us how to live. And despite the hardships, the class of 2020 is leaving having broken Oxford High records both inside the classroom and out. From Walt breaking records in cross country, to Hayden, our homecoming queen, being one of the first graduates of OHS to become a D1 athlete as a dancer, to Cheer winning nationals, to Edward being published by the CDC, and everything in between, our class has achieved some pretty impressive feats. But to me, what's best about the class of 2020 is not the titles or awards or scholarships we've won, but our sense of community, an unconditional family. This class has shown me what it means to accept each other, regardless of whether someone looks like you, acts like you, or comes from the same background. We should all take pride in being members of this class and our community. We are special and we are resilient. The last 2 months have made me realize that there's something no obstacle or virus can take away from a person. Hope. Hope for what's to come. Hope for what could be. A poem by Langston Hughes. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken-winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field frozen with snow. In the real world, where average is what's expected, it's hard to be extraordinary. But it's my hope that the class of 2020 continues to break records despite the odds, that we never again take for granted the time we are given, good and bad, that we remember the hopes and dreams we have in this moment and continue striving for them for the rest of our lives. Thank you.
Dear seniors, faculty, parents, and honored guests, today you're graduating from high school. You should feel incredibly proud of yourselves. That doesn't mean you should give up and go home. You have faced a disruption in your life. You have been forced to be students in a different educational situation, online. But the most important thing to know is that none of this will matter by the end of the summer. Here's what will matter. You, the class of 2020, will have graduated and won't be classmates anymore. You'll be adults who Instagram and Snapchat stalk each other at 2 a.m. in the morning for the next 10 years. But more important than that, you'll be out in the real world. So before you go, I wanted to share a few thoughts, not advice, just a few things I've learned to help me along the way. The first thing is this: when something feels hard, remember that it gets better. Choose to move forward and don't let anything stop you. While this has been my first year at Oxford High School, and I've only been able to get to know maybe half of you, I can tell you that your teachers are so proud of you. They tell me during this time that we are living through about your many accomplishments and your growth during our pandemic style of instruction. I am proud of you and your determination to not allow what the world is dealing with to define you. So my point is, a lot of you already understand this. Every bad experience can have something good that comes out of it. Sometimes things that seem like setbacks can take our lives in totally new directions and can change us in ways we don't expect, and they make us better and stronger. You guys have already proved that to everyone. You took something that could have made you stumble, and instead of letting it stop you, you embraced it. We have heard you. You made a choice. You chose to take a situation so difficult and use it to grow. You chose hope over fear. Another thing I want to say is, keep making good choices. I'm not saying it because I think you need to learn it. I'm saying it because you already taught it to all of us. I can promise you that life will be easy, that life will not be easy. As long as you make good choices and keep moving forward, I can promise you that it will get better in ways that we haven't even thought of yet. The last thing I want to say is, we have no idea what the future holds, and that's okay. Don't get too hung up on it. My advice to you is don't think about what you want to do. Think about what you want. Think about why you want to do it, and the rest will figure itself out. I love what I do. I get to see and experience the future of our world, you. People always ask me, what's the best part of your job? And I say, I get to see every day what our world will be like in 5, 10, or 15 years. I get to see the next doctors, lawyers, preachers, city councilmen, and maybe even teachers. I get to see the best of our world. Seniors get presents this time of year and write thank you notes. But today, I want to thank you guys personally for showing us what it looks like to have integrity and courage and bravery in the face of uncertainty and difficulty. Thank you for showing me and Oxford that there is hope. Most commencement speakers will talk in the future tense. They will say, you will succeed. You will make us proud. You will change the world. They will even say, you are the future. But I'm not going to tell you that today. Today, you are the present. You are success. You make us proud every day. So don't stop changing the world and continue making us proud. And let me leave you with this from Jim Carrey. I learned many great lessons from my father, not the least of which was that you can fail at what you don't want. So you might as well take a chance on what you love. Congratulations, seniors. Thank you.
Francis Hazy Abernathy, special distinction.
Congratulations.
Jeffrey Crawford Adams, Josiah Duncan Anderson. Abel Dorian Arizaga. Ann Michael Armstrong with honors. Madeline Arnold. Lillian Rose Austin with honors. Tamira Alicia Baggett with honors. Anna Catherine Barrett, special distinction. Clementine Bedsworth. Kajarian Kaswan Semdarius Bell. Eleanor Alexander Berry with special distinction. Aubrey Caroline Best with honors. Lauren Francis Bile with special distinction. Sam Marquette Bianco with honors. Aaliyah Nicole Bishop. Aubrey Reed Bishop, special distinction. Kiana Charday Blackman. Kendrick Lee Blackman. Kylan Cortez Blackman. Anthony Lawrence Blake. Shantasia Nakaya Blake. Aaliyah Nicolette Boughton. Simone Franchelle Bourgeois. Shanitra Charnay Bowen. Quavion Jakylan Bowie. Tanisha Lachelle Boyd. Taekwondra Shania Boyd. Brandon Deshaun Bradley with honors. Michaela Vache Brannon. Malik Vashon Brannon. Keegan Raquel Braxton. Titan Gabriel Brewer. Lawson Henry Brines with honors. Ashanti Talisa Brown. Oriana Destiny Monique Brown. Ryan Edward Brown, special distinction. Jana Phoenix Brown Talib with honors. Owen Wolf Bruce with honors. Abigail Elizabeth Burcham with honors. Katera Aaliyah Burnett. Kiana Marche Burt. Wilton Vance Byers, special distinction. Congratulations. Tasia Janae Caldwell. Sanaya Nicole Campbell with honors. Marvin Canales. William Tucker Carrington, special distinction. Lucy Catherine Case with honors. Madeline May Cavett. Connor Michael Cavanis with honors. Congratulations. Cooper Stephen Cavanis with honors. Carlos Armando Cepeda. Christopher Armand Certain. Madeline Renee Clark. Ashley Zaye Coleman. Alice Cofield Collins, special distinction. Congratulations. Ashley Renee Cook. Mary Ellen Cook with special distinction. Albert Cruz Corso. John Russell Cooper Crawley, special distinction. Clay Hollingsworth Cromwell, special distinction. Carter Fox Crouch with special distinction. Angelica Garcia Cubio. Daryl Clayton Daniels. Selena Ann Dardar. Emily Rachel Davis with honors.
Congratulations.
Hallie Jane Lord Davis with honors. Walter Florian Dennis. Jonathan Michael Douglas. Jamie Lynn Dozier. Alexis Lachey Driver. Brianna Jeray Ducksworth. Kylan Maurice Dukes. Addison Bain Dunaway. Xavian Tyrese Ely. Mary Allen Eastland with honors. Jalen Marquez Eggerson. Annalise Oakley Evans. Christina Camilla Evans. Olivia Catherine Ferguson. Ethan Andrew Fivash. Catherine Ray Float. Tideria Jakia Flowers. Amaya Nicole Franklin with honors.
Congratulations.
Luke Braden Freeman. Taylor Jaden Fryson. Don Luis Fruget III with special distinctions. Charles Tyler Gardner. Mina Lynn Gator. Carson Taylor Gentry. Ladarius Deshaun Giles. John Michael Gilliland with honors. Takia Jameer Gibson. Javian Leanthony Gibson Holmes. Giovanni Samaniego Gonzalez. Ronnie Renard Gordon. Taylor Debrell Gordon. Micaiah Dewana Govan. Matthew Logan Gray. Demariante Daquan Gross. Elizabeth Abigail Gunn with honors. Morrissey Claire Harmon. Megan Alexius Harries. Kiana Aaliyah Harris. Zakira Monique Harris. Carly Morgan Hatfield. Macy Dolores Hayes with honors. Molly Claire Hayes. Shania Pache Haywood. Mary Paxton High School. Lillian Carol Hemmons, Special Distinction, Salutatorian. Laura Beth Ann Herron. Desiree Siobhan Hervey. Emily Amanda Hester with honors. Asher Javion Hickenbottom. James Arden Hill with special distinction. LaCandria Jaleesa Hilliard. LaKendria Denise Hilliard. Carter Neil Hilmer with honors. Grayson Chance Hitchcock. Landon Grant Hitchcock with honors. Parker Lou Hobson. Ethan Clay Holben with honors. Scarlett Aspen Holly. Edward Yang Hu with special distinction, valedictorian. Hayden Elizabeth Hubble with special distinction. Jaquarius Marquise Hudson. Patricia Kathleen Hughes, special distinction. Charles Julian Jackson. Ruth Ann Jenkins with special distinction. Emmanuel Johnson. Samuel Johnson. Walter Warren Johnson with special distinction. Shay Yvette Precious Joyner. Irvin Levine Jones.
Congratulations.
Ethan Luke Jones. Chloe Zion Jones with honors.
Congratulations.
Maria Sydney Jones. Lucas Samuel Jordan. Shemaiah Shykirsten Takia Judson. Keshonda LaMiracle Kimball. Tyler Javarius Lawson. Abigail Elizabeth Lay. Ann Reynolds Lee. Desiree Nicole Lewis. Nina Simone Lewis. George Britson Lazat with honors. Camicia Rashanae Lloyd. Zakiria Tyshell Lockhart. Grace Nicole Logan with special distinction. Lindsay Olivia Lowe. Curry Thomas Luber with special distinction. Asia Shantae Luster. Hunter Lucas Mayhew. Pope Dolby Millette with special distinction. Jasmine Kiel Malone. Jeffrey Coleman Marsh with honors. Jalen Tyrone Martin.
Congratulations.
William Joshua Martin. Zanila Monet Martin. Madison Kate McCullough. Billy Alexandria McDaniel. Chloe Elizabeth McDonald. Lori Jordan McCann with special distinction. Jakayla Desiree McIntosh. Shantavius Keontae McJunkins. Taylor DeJuan McJunkins. William Cade McKellar. Mia Maureen Mackey with special distinction. Ethan Sloan McKinley. Eli Nicholas McMain with honors.
Congratulations.
Malia Leamber McMillan. Michaela Takara McPhail. John Michael Marr, special distinction. Seth Alexandros Mentasis. Marcus Carl Mercier II with special distinction. Riley Elizabeth Merrill. Tanaya and Zaria Milan. Jakendra Janae Milliner. Julia Braden Mitchell with special distinction. Lillian Grace Camille Mitchell with honors. Maxwell Allen Mobley. Brianna Shantiera Morgan. Deasia Desiree Morgan. Ira Christian Morgan. Abigail Lauren Mounts with honors. Peter Andre Mueller. Aldrin Harvey Munoz. Carol Addison Murphy, special distinction. Kathleen Grace Myers with honor. Lauren Anata Renee Nelson with special distinction. Olivia Claire Renee Nelson with honors. Margaret Alexandra Netterville. Bach Swan Wynn, special distinction. Justin Hung Wynn. Sierra Simone Nicholson. John Tabor Knoll. Scott Norflit. Niles Spencer Norris with honors. Jupiter Tobias O'Donnell. Hayden Ryan Overby with special distinction. Zakarian Tykel Owens. Joseph Douglas Eduardo Palacios. Campbell Reed Parkinson. Karina Rakesh Patel, Special Distinction. George Alexander Patterson with Special Distinction. Byron Jermaine Pearson, Jr. Benjamin Hayes Healer. Damian Legary Pegues. Darius Devon Pegues. Jeremiah Javion Pegues. Wesley Akeem Pegues. Mary Caitlin Perkins. Rontavius O'Neill Person. Albert Fu Pham Dao, Special Distinction. Kaiwan Dejari Phillips. Katie Grace Pittman with honors. Jakaya Deshay Polk. Garrica Devonshea Pomerly. Jeremiah Devonte Pomerly. Ashanti Kimaya Powell. Jayla Krishanti Price. Mariah Nicole Price. Sophia Adams Quinn, Special Distinction. Kevin Enrique Quintana. Jacob Leo Radigan. Ali Muhammad Radwan. Emily Sophia Ramirez. Hannah Elizabeth Randall with Special Distinction. Sarah Ann Ratliff, Special Distinction. Nicole Delane Reynolds. Summer Victoria Ryson with honors. Carlos Wendell Richardson, Jr. John Liddon Riddell. Catherine Cook Riley, special distinction. Tajalyn Renee Roach with honors. Lakiria Talicia Robertson. Candace Ijade Roby. Donald Forrest Rogers III, special distinction. Jacob Lewis Russo with honors. Shaniqua Latrice Rousey. Jackson Medwick Roy. Nathaniel Edwin Rubenstein. Noah Lane Russell. Margaret Louise Sammons, special distinction. Siri Sandoval. Elena Jade Sanford. Olivia Joan Schiller. Christopher August Shove. Christian Kevion Simone Scruggs. Ernest Lee Sears. Kaylee Marie Chun Shaner. Samuel David Shelton, special distinction. Andrew Arthur Shivers. Brandon Terrell Sisk. Tyreek Michael Rashad Sisk. April Latia Michaela Aaliyah Slate. Jaquila Ari Small. Mondrikas Montre Smalley. Jakira Nicole Smith. Mary Micah Smith. Victor Prowl Smith III. Ryan James Sockwell with honors. Catherine Ryan Solis with honors. Latias DeAndre Spearman. Madison Claire Spears. Hannah Elizabeth Spillers, special distinction. Donquan Octavian Spraggin, Jr. Cosmo Theophilus Stady. Emily Elise Stevens, special distinction. James Alfred Stewart. Tucker Austin Stewart. Margaret Ann Suddeth with honors. Joya Elizabeth Tan, special distinction. Congratulations. Jared Michael Tedford. Terrius Terrell Thomas. Kalia Leanne Tolles. Anthony Jarquavius Tolliver. Dennis Stone Tosh IV, special distinction. Quartarius Mackenzie Townsend. Cecil Wayne Turner. Paul Logan Turner. William Reed Upchurch. LaDorian DeErnest Vaughn. Quang Tan Vo. Kelvin Lamont Wadley Jr. Shania Deshay Wadley. Asia Danielle Wallace. Takaya Ambria Rakay Wallace. Mary Marshall Waller, special distinction. Wesley Ann Warrington with honors. Anna Brooke Watts. Elijah Latimer Waxler with honors. Elena Grace Webb. Jacob Robert Weber with honors. J. Mitchell Winger. Denasia Monet Wesley, special distinction. Ava Camille White with special distinction. Kiera Nicole White. Jamarius Leon White. Kamaria Elise White with honors. Dalton Garvis Whitehead. Eli Scott Wicker. William Thomas Wilkins. Jada Monier Williams. Jaco Marcio DeVarcus Williams Jr. Joshua Davion Williams. Keon Armand Williams. Robert Brookshire Williams. Tyler Jamal Williams with honors. Kendall Jamal Willingham. Claire Elizabeth Wooten. Miranda Shantique Wortham. David Cole Wright with honors. David Ezekiel Yarbrough with honors. Sarah Jane Yerger, special distinction. Haley Elizabeth Grace Yan. Anne Gwennon Yost. Zachariah Elysia Young.